Hmm.
If you let any f bombs, s bombs fly, that's how it is. I don't care. I mean, if you could keep it as family friendly as possible, but if they happen, that's cool.
Got you, got you.
All
I'm pretty
right,
family friendly, I'd
you
say.
are, you are.
Unless I'm playing horror, then and I get scared. I can't.
What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer popping back in. How you doing? How you mama? How you daddy? How them kids? How them wives? How them hubbies? How them partners? How them fur babies? How is it that it took me so long to shoot my shot and ask the man, the myth, the legend? You know him, you love him. I asked Sinsible to come on this show, and he said, yes. What? What's up, bro?
BGE. How we doing?
listen, listen, you guys, this man is an inspiration to me. All right? He is a huge inspiration to me. I don't even remember how I found you. Somebody told me about you. Yeah, I think it might have been Gabby. I don't know. Maybe it was, no, I brought Evie to you. I don't know how I found you, but I'm
I don't.
so glad I did.
Hmm. I'm trying to
Okay.
remember. I know I met Evie through you, but I can't remember exactly. But yeah, yeah.
Cause and we're gonna talk about this later, but I was like, I feel like I'm a unicorn. I feel like I'm the last unicorn out here. And by that I mean the same thing what Rich Homie Evie said when she first found me. A black man playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. Like,
Hmm.
what's a black man doing playing a cozy game? And I kind of said the same thing when I found Sensible. A black man playing a cozy game. But that's a question that's a conversation for a little bit later. Since, why don't you tell people like your story? Like, let's start with this. Let's start with this.
Hmm.
When, how did you get into gaming? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so into gaming, one of my fondest memories I have of gaming, and just early in just life in general, I might have been around like the age of around like 4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got into gaming through my dad. I would wake up at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Thinking it's around that time. I just knew it was super late. And I would like go into my dad's room and he has a Nintendo 64 controller in his hand and he's playing 007 GoldenEye. And I remember, like I'm a young kid, young boy living with my dad. I'm like, man, my dad is so cool, man. He's playing video games. And I would always like bother him. I'm a little kid and you just
Yeah.
mess with him. And I would always like sit next to him and just watch him play the game. And I loved it so much. Uh so that was my introduction to gaming. That's like the one I could recall and say like, okay, I love video gaming, and he's the reason why.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have you heard of anyone that has been like since my kids play video games because of you, or you have any nieces, nephews, youngins that you influence in your life that do that?
Um, I wouldn't say that I have any like youngins, but I will
Yeah.
say that like I have two younger sisters,
Yeah.
and we they enjoy video games because of me. I would say,
That's a
like,
youngin.
yeah, youngin. Okay, okay, yeah. So like there'd be games that like they play like the Brats or like Barbie games on like
Yeah.
PlayStation or like GameCube, Nintendo, or whatever console it was. They're like, at least 3 or 4 years younger than me. So it would be, it's a lot for them to process at that young age.
Yeah.
So I would do the hard missions for them, or they would just want me to play and say, like, Sean, can you beat this for me? And they would just be so enamored. Like how I was looking at my dad, they're like looking to me. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, like I just see my brother, like, just playing video games. Um, but I don't know. Outside of that, yeah, I would say outside of that, it's just only my two sisters. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's important. I always I always tell because I work with students, I have kids myself. I always say everything you do affects more than just you, right?
Yes.
And you being an encouragement to your sisters to play them games, help them see and hear stories that they may have missed otherwise.
Hmm.
So
I agree.
yeah. So with that in mind, what story sticks out the most from when you first started playing video games? Like what storyline or game sticks out and says that's the one? That's the one for me. I saw my dad playing GoldenEye, but this one is the one for me.
The one for me, I have two games in mind. There was Mario 64, Banjo Kazooie, and Yoshi Story on 64. Those three
Ooh.
games.
Now
I love. Mhm. No, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
no. I've played Banjo Kazooie, but I grew up as a Sega kid, so like
Mm.
all the Nintendo stuff. What's up? You said oh good lord,
Banjo
Mario.
Kazooie, Yoshi Story,
Yeah,
and Mario
Yoshi
64.
Story. Tell me about Yoshi
Yes.
Story. I don't know that one.
Okay, so um, Yoshi Story is a game. I don't know if you intend. I don't want to. I mean, I guess I'm telling you like about the story, so I guess you
Yeah.
wouldn't mind on the plot. But it's a game about if I can remember correctly, it's been 20 plus years since I played it. Yeah, longer than that. You're playing a Yoshi, and you start out as a green Yoshi, and you have to find the other Yoshis, the purple Yoshi, white Yoshi, black Yoshi. You have to find them and save the Yoshi Kingdom. And you reunite all the Yoshis. And it's a game that's without Mario, it's without Luigi's, without the other cast. It's strictly a Yoshi game. And I would say this game hit me the most is because as a kid, I actually cried during this game
Ooh.
because this story impacted me so much, and I still listen to this theme song to this day. To this day, I still
Okay.
listen to it because I loved it so much. It's a game that I think that everyone should play. In fact, I think the Yoshi game came out today. There's another one that's
Really?
like for Nintendo Switch too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out today. I would have to look at the name or check it. It's either today or it's coming out tomorrow,
Okay.
which is pretty insane if that is.
So I assume we will be seeing this on your channel.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yes.
So as if you guys didn't know, I mean, if you couldn't figure it out already, since is a streamer, what was the thing that made you say, "Hey, I want to get into streaming"?
I want to get into streaming. So, I'll tell you a little bit more life. I
Yeah.
had a like transitional period, right? I started out, um, so I have siblings. I have older siblings, but they're half siblings, even though they're my actual siblings.
Yeah.
But just to differentiate, like like from my dad's side, it's just me. I'm the oldest, and then my two younger sisters. But I have three older brothers and an older sister.
Okay.
Who I live with them. My mom and then my dad, and I would go back and forth, bounce back and forth. They had a Genesis. They had like Super Nintendo 64. Like we had it in both houses.
Yeah.
But I would play all of that there. So I went from being like a Nintendo kid to at some point around like the age of I don't know if you've played Halo. Whenever
Yeah.
yeah, whenever Halo, the beginning of Halo 3, a little bit after the beginning,
Yeah.
one of my favorite games, I love Halo 3. I transitioned to becoming from the Wii to an Xbox gamer.
Okay.
And like I completely like just abandoned, like Nintendo. I was going from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Until I got a oh sorry, I'm skipping ahead. So after becoming an Xbox gamer, Xbox they had a feature where you could stream like Xbox One. Yeah, 360 didn't have
Yes.
it.
You're right.
But when it came to streaming, they were like some people talking about Twitch, and I was like, I thought it was so silly watching someone play video games, even though like thinking, I don't know if you felt that way, but
No, never.
thinking back on it, never. Okay, like I know we watch people play video games and do stuff on YouTube, but
Yeah.
like it makes sense to me, younger me, because I was about the age of like dang, how old would I have been around that time? Like 17, 18, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Um, a game called Battlefield 4 came out,
Yes.
and I love Battlefield so much. And my friend and I, we were really good pilots in that game. Like helicopter pilot. That's all we
Okay.
did. Like we did everything, but we did pilots. And I'll tell you one of my fondest memories of Battlefield 4. Um, well, I'll get to it. So for some reason, I saw some like mutuals because I was a competitive gamer. So like I played
Yeah.
competitively in Battlefield 4. Competing, growing into that.
Yeah.
Understanding. Like that. Um, I was just like, I'm gonna hit the button. So I had a camera back then. There was a camera called the Connect. You remember that?
Bro,
And you could say
listen, my
Xbox.
connect is right over
Yes.
there.
Yup. So uh-huh. And you can say Xbox turn on, Xbox turn off. And
Yes.
we had listen, I was using the Connect and doing the voice commands and I'll just boot it up one day. And I was just like showcasing my skill to people,
Yeah.
like just Little Bird flying. And one of my memories I remember from doing it early on is I was teaching people how to fly Little Bird. And there was this one guy who sent me a message and like I taught him on stream and he was so thankful of me showing him how to fly the chopper because it's not something that like that's easy to do. Just
Right.
like the thought process. Like I was someone that was, naturally gifted at video games.
Yeah.
And I had an entire stream of anybody asking questions. Of course, like if anybody asks me questions anytime, I'll answer it. But I had a dedicated day. Um, and since that day, I was like, man, I'm locked in. Like that's what got me into streaming. And I had a buddy alongside as well. My friend who was just as good. He would stream too. So like, um, we would like stagger our stream times. They're like, okay, like I'm gonna stream at this time, and then it's like,
Yes.
okay, like I'll end because we didn't want to at the time we didn't want to sell each other shine. It's
Yeah.
like I'll stream then, and then you stream a little later, and then it was like a A like 1A 1B kind of thing.
Yeah.
Doing that, yeah,
That
it
that
was
was the
fun.
start of it, like a stream team for you.
Yeah, like a little stream team, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely. I you said people that you asked me if I was like, did I always think that it was, did I think it was weird that people would watch somebody stream? And I run a family ministry called God Games and Geekery, right? And
Yeah.
it is, I have parents, I have missionaries and people that be like, "Oh, why are you trying to get these kids to watch to watch people play video games? That's dumb." I'm like, "You watch sports? You watch basketball? Yeah. You play basketball? No. But do you watch it? You watch other people play a game.
That
Oh,
you could play.
that you
Hmm.
play if you wanted, but you don't. Yeah.
Hmm.
You see any correlation here? Like, oh,
And
okay. So, and then when parents ask me, my kids asking about watch this episode on Twitch, I'm like, okay, just like anything on the internet, you got to be careful. But Twitch is like ESPN, but except for the fact that they can chat with the players or the coach or whoever. They can type to the player and they'll actually respond back to them. They're like, oh, okay. There's a little bit more nuance to it, but to put it in perspective that people understand,
simple term.
yeah,
Yeah.
simple terms, is ESPN for gamers or artists or musicians or DJs or workout people or, it's not just video games. Um, but yeah, so I love the fact that, because one of my big things is leaving people better than you found them. Um, you decided to help people. Hey, this is how you fly the copter. How is that translated to what you're doing today on Twitch?
Okay. So today, helping people. I think throughout the entirety of my life, I'm someone who just naturally wants to help people. Like there's one time I wanted to become a nurse. I know you said you had students. I was a paraeducator
Ooh,
for about like 8 years. So we can talk about that a little bit. We can
okay,
spend
yeah,
about in
yeah, yeah.
there.
Explain
My
explain
experience.
that for me.
Oh, a paraeducator.
Paraeducator. Yeah, explain that to me.
Okay, so there are some terms you could say teacher's aide, you could say TA, paraeducator.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of them are like interchangeable to an extent. Uh, like I guess, yeah, like I guess a TA might be a little higher up in the hierarchy,
Okay.
but you could classify someone as like an aide would be like a little bit below that. So I started as a. So what happened was I was living in the city. We get a little more sensible lore.
Okay.
Um, I graduated high school, and you know, a little bit unfortunate. My dad and my younger sister, we were homeless for a little bit.
Mm.
We were living in a shelter for around a year and a half. or maybe like a year and 3/4. Sorry, a year and a quarter.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, like I was going to school, a vocational school for carpentry, greenhouse carpentry. I was going for cooking, any skill, building maintenance, doing everything. My dad does that. He was a groundskeeper, worker.
Yeah.
He loves listen. If you give my dad something to fix, like a watch or something with phone, he's gonna tinker with it. He loves doing all of that. That's him.
Nice.
Um.
Yes.
So yeah. Um. And that was like kind of like me maybe wanting to help people in that kind of field. Like I'm thinking about how I could build stuff for people. Like doing that.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It was fun for me. So my dad's like, okay, if you have a spot. We were in New York City. I moved upstate New York, and he's like, okay, you can get 2 jobs. You can be a cook or you can be a teacher's aide. And I was like, both are fine, but I was like, maybe I will go the little, the teacher's aide route.
Yeah.
You're gonna be dealing with like little kids, younger kids, and I was like, all right, cool. I know my personality. Like I know I'm a funny, silly, goofy dude. Like I know how I can be.
Yes. Yes.
Like I've always known that about myself. So I'm like, yeah, like I'll hang out with the kids. Met the principal. He got me an interview and everything. We were good. And I did it for around like 8 years. I bounced from different grades. So early on, they had me with like younger kids.
Hmm.
Like I would say kindergarten, first, second, third grade. Um, and then as I started progressing, moving forward, like maybe like 3 or 4 years in, they're like, "Hey, Sean, we understand your presence. We want you to be like a one-on-one aide, while also being like an aide for like an entire like age group, like older kids, like seventh and eighth graders."
Ooh.
I know a big jump. They wanted me to do that because they wanted more of like a male presence in like the higher grades.
I've
And I
heard that.
understand. Yes, a lot of the staff in the school were women.
Yes.
Um, so they were like they want more of a male presence for the kids who are in fifth grade, sixth grade to be around.
Yeah.
Just as like a balance.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
was like, and I understand. And especially since a lot of the kids as they get older, they become more aware of like who they are. They're growing up, all those things.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I understand. Even though I will say I prefer the younger kids because it's so easy. It's like like I could never complain if I had to do like sometimes some days I would sub. They'll pull me and be like, hey, we need you to like handle like a second grade classroom or like first grade.
Yeah.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like those kids, they like they're gonna kid things, right? But
Yes.
I'm like, listen, this is nothing compared to like upstairs where it's gonna be a lot more complex and a little complicated, like educating.
Yes.
But yeah, I worked in special education for many years, one-on-one aid. So like I kind of like bounced and did everything.
Ooh.
Uh,
Okay.
and I even got my TA license. I don't know. I don't think it's like this in every state, but I know in New York there's 3 level, um, like teaching assistant
Okay.
certifications, 1, 2, and a 3. I got up to the second one, and I would have had to gone to college to become an actual TA and to get my degree in whatever field I wanted to go into, like
Yeah.
English, math, or whatnot. I did get my level 2, but I moved on to streaming.
Yeah.
I physically moved, but I felt like teaching wasn't for me.
Right.
Like I was offered like a job being an English teacher. English isn't my thing.
Right.
Very important. But if I had the choice, I would have wanted to become a gym teacher and what am I gonna say? Guidance counselor. I would have loved those 2
Dude,
jobs. Yeah.
when I was in high school, my guidance counselor, she didn't put up with my foolishness. And because of her, I am where I am today. Because she didn't put up with my foolishness and she called my bluff. And because I was stubborn, I also called my own bluff.
Mhm.
And I went to Ringling Brothers Barnum Clown College, and that's how I met my wife in a laundromat.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Wow.
because
Mhm.
my guidance counselor didn't put up with my guff, and I pointed at the poster, and she was like, "Oh, you're playing around? Okay, let's call him." And I ended up going because of my guidance counselor didn't call him.
Wait. So you were joking, wanting to be like a Ringling brother.
I said She said no. She had a poster from Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey Clown College up in her
Yeah.
office, like because they send them to all the high schools, right? And they put them up, but no, they never expect anybody to do anything. And I said, I want to do that, and she said, okay. And she called the school. It says, how does
Uh-huh.
he get in? And they told I had to audition, and I had to do an application. I had to interview, and she said, "Okay, when are the auditions?" And they said, "Where are you?" And she told them. She's like, "Oh, your auditions are today at the Coliseum," and they were like, "She was like, okay," and so she told me, she's like, "They're today at the Coliseum this time. Here's where you go. Call on my bluff."
That's amazing. And that's I get what you mean now saying you call your own bluff because you didn't want to back down from it.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm stubborn. So like you're like, I told her that I'm gonna do it,
Yep.
So now I actually gotta go do it.
I
And then
gotta
you
go
saw
do it,
you
and
and of course you ended up liking it.
I
Yeah.
ended up going to the audition. They didn't have to take me, but apparently I had a natural talent for it, not knowing.
Mhm.
And so I ended up like out of like 3,000 people, like 30 of us got in. So
Wow, 3,030
yeah,
and you were one of them.
yeah,
That's crazy odds. That's actually
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it was meant to be. Oh man! All right, I'm gonna break up the little this a little bit. This is the first time I'm doing this on my own terms. I'm gonna play a little game with you. It's called Who Would Win. All right,
Yes.
and so I have two people and a situation that they're in, and you're gonna tell me who would win. First person is martial arts movie star Bruce Lee. All right,
Okay. Bruce Lee.
and then the second is the superhero Wonder Woman. And they are in a weight loss contest. Who would win and why?
Ooh, a weight loss contest. Bruce Lee and Wonder Woman. Okay, so I'll just point out the big differences. One's a comic hero and one's an actual person.
Exactly.
um,
But here's the thing. Think of it as Gal Gadot, right? If Gal Gadot is actually Wonder Woman,
mhm.
like
Yeah,
you have a physical actual person to compare to.
person.
Yeah. So you have Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, and Bruce Lee.
I'm tempted to say Wonder Woman.
But why?
Like, of course, I believe in Bruce Lee, but Wonder Woman has magic. She has her rope, like the rope of truth.
Yeah.
I'm certain there's something there where she could, or some kind of deity to go to say, okay, I need this to happen, maybe instantaneously, or just you can accelerate this for a brief, or like a body, morphing, just to, like
Yeah.
just change the weight and then change it back whenever she wants to. I think that could be something compared, like Bruce Lee. Of course, I think he's very intelligent, very
Right.
smart. But I just believe in the magic. Like there's something that she could do. That
Okay.
would be my answer. That would be
All
my
right.
answer. Wonder
Yeah.
Woman.
In a world where Bruce Lee and Wonder Woman are both
Yeah, in the same
both
world.
existing.
I wonder where this is gonna go.
All right. Okay. I absolutely love I have a bunch of games like this, and I like to ask the off the wall questions. And it's the first time that we've been able to do something like that on this one. I thought you'd be a good one to play with.
What's it called? I
It's
like
called
it. I like it.
it's called Who Would Win? And I
Oh, who
actually
would win?
yeah,
Okay.
who would win? It's a little card game, and I've got a bunch of these type of card games. Um, I've got one. Ooh, this is a good one here. Hold up. As some of my friends say, I'm sorry, I just went to the upstairs bathroom when I turned away from the mic. All right. Okay. I cannot read that one. This is a game called Mind Crushers, and there are some not friendly things in here.
I could imagine. I could imagine.
Here we go. Okay. All right. Here's the one from Mind Crushers. Okay. It's called Murder Lips.
Okay,
Murder
murder
lips.
lips.
Do you think it's possible to kill a person with your lips? Like just your lips, not poison lips or giant lips. That's cheating. Regular lips only. Is it possible
Is it possible
to
to
kill
kill
somebody with only your lips?
with only your lips? Hmm.
For
I'm gonna
those
have
that
to
are one,
say,
those who are wondering,
yeah.
these are the types of like I could easily see these questions showing up in your chat.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, like just random. Like you're playing that cozy game. It's like, yeah. Do you think someone can murder someone with their lips? Like, wait, huh? Yeah.
I would
uh,
start doing that. I would start coming into your chat just with these questions
I'll debate it.
and bounce.
That would be really cool because in my channel, I don't really do like I know a lot of people do like question of the days.
Yeah.
Um, and what the reason why I asked you about the card game you had because I think it could be like a cool channel point. I don't know if you do that for channel points in your channel. That you
I
could say like, okay, like once every like 2 hours, someone could redeem it. Okay, we're gonna do this and have a little topic to talk about.
Yeah. We do question of the day. I've already written out for the next 300. Well, it started early May. But for I've already written out 300 questions. I've been writing them for a while.
Mm, okay.
um but these are good. I've got, like I said, I got these games. I got a bunch of stuff like this for random questions. I picked up uh there's another one that I have that I've been, and this is news to everybody. I picked up a book with 1,200 words you should know.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, give me a letter.
J.
All right. I J. All right. So give me a number between 96 and 100.
97.
97. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me a number between 1 and 7.
3.
Okay. All right. The word is jocose. Adjective. Humorous, playful, and characterized by good humor. As in, since his jocose antics marked it for a career in streaming. Marked him for a career in streaming rather than in teaching. The example they gave here, that's why the reason I said it was because the example they gave here was the pony's jocose antic marked it for a career in polo rather than on the racetrack. And I was like, that's no fun.
Yeah, yeah. That is spicy. That a little spice to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So jocose. So
I have to use that
education.
word. Shout out to education. Yeah, I like that. Okay, Jacobs. I'm gonna listen. You're gonna hear me next time you come into my stream, or I come into your stream. By the way, I was in your stream earlier. I didn't say anything, but I was in there and I was lurking. You were playing Lego Fortnite. You were playing Lego
Dude, we
Fortnite.
were playing Logo
Yeah.
Fortnite. Yeah, where for the longest time I had, when I first started out streaming, I used to play with the community. And then a few years into streaming, the community got a little bit more toxic, and I actually have a little bit of multiplayer trauma action going on. So I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So that's why you may have seen that I play a lot of solo games.
Mm.
But the community has morphed into this beautiful, wonderful, loving, caring troop of people that this week I played Overwatch on stream, and everybody agreed that if I started to rage out a little bit more than a rage out at all, that I could stop, and they would actually tell me, "All right, Lem, it's time to stop." Instead
Yeah.
of how people, oh yeah, let's let the streamer rage out. No, they're very good about it.
Holding you
Um,
true. To be honest.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I asked people that were here earlier in my career how I did, and one of them said, compared to how you used to be, you were absolutely great. However, I think you may have scared some of the DDV people.
Wait, okay. I can touch on that because I have a very similar story to that. Like about like who I am.
Yeah,
Uh like just having like toxicity in chat.
yeah,
Um I'll even give you a story right now. The
yeah.
story
Do it up. Do
of
it up.
my name. I don't think I've ever told you the story.
No, I need to
So
know.
I've told you that I was a competitive gamer, right?
Yes.
I'm around around the age of like 16 to like 18. Being teenagers like that, sometimes we're
Yeah.
hard headed and
Yeah.
no one can tell us nothing.
Nope.
um can't tell us nothing. Like, we could run unstoppable, we just
Yes,
rampage and
sir.
yeah. So of course I was a respectful kid. I
Yeah.
wasn't, out here, crazy. I'm very, very quiet. But this is like I didn't play like sports in school. So like I just played video games. That's all I did. So like my sports was like video games, like just
Yes.
competitively trying to get better at video games. And again I played Battlefield 4 and I had my team. Can't remember my name of the team. The name of my team. My team, we were a top 5 team. And we played in a tournament and I'm gonna give you like two scenarios. Played
Okay.
in a tournament and we were doing great. And I had a teammate who didn't perform well. Like when I say on a scale of like 1 to 10,
Yeah.
he performed at like a 1 or a 2
Ooh.
and he like let us down. It was really bad. And like there were people making videos saying like, okay, this team is supposed to expected to make it to the finals or semifinals. But we didn't do that. And in my mind, I'm like, man, we lost to a team that like we beat in scrims, like we would beat them all the time. And it's like, man, I
Yeah.
was so upset, I was so angry. And at this time, this person, his name was Drew, he was the one who got me into competitive, and I considered him a friend. And um, like we had like a team meeting, and I was just like the biggest POS to him, like like just
Oh,
like
no.
like I was not like berating, but like it was more so that like I just didn't give him room to like to have failed, and then but like it's cool. Like you still my
Yeah.
dog, like I didn't do that. Because no one else on the team wanted to like to confront it. And I was just like, like you did this, you didn't get any kills, like, we gotta replace you. Like, I was saying
Yeah.
that, not understanding that, like, there's a human on this on the side of this, we're around the same age,
Yes.
we're a friend.
Yeah.
Um and then we stopped being friends. We stopped being friends. We tried to play again, it just didn't work out. We split ways.
Yeah.
That one friend, he left the team.
Mm.
Then I played another tournament. Well, I guess not another tournament. Just like continuing to play further.
Yeah.
I at the time was the best player on the team. And on a playing Battlefield out like you were doing 5v5s, I was the flanker. I was the one who would like roam around, like the rest of my teammates had set spots. I would be the roamer going around and making plays for people.
Yeah.
So whenever a teammate would die, I'd be like, like, oh man, like I was passively like just doing that. I'm
Yes.
not like saying to them like, man, you suck or whatever. Like, why'd you die? I'm just, but it kind of is like me saying that.
Yes.
So like I was doing it all the time. Then my teammates approached me. They were like, "Yo, Sean." Back then, my name was Gucci. My name was Gucci Great.
Hey.
That's my old user. That used to be my stream name too, Gucci Great.
Yeah, let's
They they,
go.
they were like, "Yo, Gucci man, like you are a boy, like because these are my genuine. These are my friends. We
Yeah.
interacted before we were competitively. They were like, yo, we like playing with you, but it's not fun when you're operating this way. Like the constant sighing, the constant like just the negative attitude.
Yes.
We need you to do better. Like it doesn't like nothing else matters. Like you have to change your attitude, even if we're losing. We lose with integrity, right?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh, I love it. We
yeah.
lose with integ. I'm writing it down. Watch me.
Lose with integrity. Lose with integrity. Um, and I had a turning point right there, and I was about, like I said, at this point, I was 18,
Yeah.
turning 19, and I said to myself, I can never have that happen again. So I looked up a word in a dictionary, and I was like, what word would help me, fill this I don't want to say void, but like just help me, like just mold myself
Right.
into like, what the person I want to be. And I said that day, I said, I want to be someone that everyone can game with, no matter what your skill level is, no matter how good you
Ooh.
are or how unskilled you are. I will always play video games with you, and I will never make you feel bad. We could be playing Fortnite, and you could get like no one else on the team could get kills. I can get all the kills. It doesn't matter as long as we have fun. Um,
Yes.
and I came up with Sensible. I was like, you know what, Sensible is. Every time I see my name, I gotta remind myself not to get angry. I can,
Yes.
games will frustrate me. Sometimes you lose. Like,
Yep.
it's just natural.
Yeah.
No one wants to lose. People want to win. That's natural. But I'll never push that onto anyone else. I'll never push my competitiveness on anyone else. Like, I'm very hyper competitive in like things,
Yes.
but only the people that can handle it. Like, I have a friend. We play like Smash Ultimate,
Yeah.
and like I talk smack to him. He talks smack to me. It's reciprocated. Um, so like I will do that with him, or like just playing a game. I won't like I said, like I won't push the competitiveness on anyone else. Like I'll tell people that like, like just know that I'm competitive.
Yeah.
Like say for example, like I'm carrying a team, right? If that's, some people in my community will say that. My job now was to make sure that we win. Like in my mind.
Yeah.
Like I want you to play as comfortable as you can. Don't worry about me. That
Right.
is like my challenge. I'm not gonna say, man, y'all not helping me.
Yeah.
I'll say to myself, Sean, I can be good enough to give an experience to my community and other people so that they would enjoy it and say that like, oh snap, like I don't really win games. I'm having fun. Like I'm the one. That's how I try to move. I try to
Yes.
like just like a challenge for myself. Uh,
Ooh.
in any kind of game, I'll say like I can be the one that's gonna always bring everyone together, uplifting, positive words. You know, I'll even tell my community, sometimes I'll intimidate people. They'll be like, oh my goodness, like you're so good at video games. And it's funny when I play Fortnite, sometimes I get to cussing. Just as the boy, I'll
I
be cussing at the
know.
boy. And and like you said, sometimes you'll scare you said you scared
The
the
DVD
DDLV
people.
player.
Yeah.
I played Fortnite like maybe 2 weeks ago, and people were like, "Wait, hold on, you're pretty good at this." And then like, "Oh my god, I never heard you curse before." And I was like, and I say, listen, don't get it twisted. I'm a uh FPS gamer, third person gamer, hero shooter gamer, turned and transformed into a cozy gamer. I can turn
Yes.
it on. I can
I'm
turn it
so
on.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? When you said how you play the games, the competitive games with people that may be at your skill level, you know who reminded me of? Bruce
Cool.
Lee. Move
Bruce
like
Lee.
move like water. What you're doing is
Mm,
you're filling in the gaps for other people so that they can move more easily. You are filling in
that's
the gaps.
perfect.
Freaking Bruce
That's
Lee. Come on. Enter the
that's a perfect
sensible.
perspective. Yep.
I
Yep.
love it. I love it. But yeah, so I had, like I said, I had that the toxic, a little bit more toxic community. It wasn't like absolutely terrible, but it was to the point where I had to tell people, hey, we're not doing that anymore. We are here to uplift each other. We're here to help each other, and not everybody agreed with it, but so I got back to the point recently where I am playing. I started thinking about playing with others, and today we said, all right, you guys, we're gonna start doing community games. Name a game that you want to play today, right now, and we will give it a try.
Yeah.
And then I fully expected everybody to say Palia because I am. They know how I feel about Palia. I am not a. I think Palia is a beautiful game. I think it's an absolutely beautiful game. It's a wonderful game. I haven't gotten far into it, but I do not feel comfortable playing with others, and it might have some of that, past trauma action going on. But I also feel like I'm slowing people down. Um, and
Mhm.
if I can't keep up, everybody says, "Okay, we're going over here." Well, all right. Well, I don't know where I'm going. A lot of my friends have unlocked a lot of places. Um, and I was prepared for somebody to say Palia, and one of my mods, Tabby, Her Majesty Tabby Cat, said Lego Fortnite, and I was like, nobody has ever wanted to play that with me. Well, let me rephrase that. People have wanted to play that with me in so long, and I know it's changed. When I first played it, it wasn't a great experience. It was okay, but it wasn't a great experience. She was like, "No, it's changed completely. Lego Fortnite." I said, "Okay," and I had an absolute blast bringing the community together and play. While there are some battles in it, there are. It can be very cozy.
Yeah.
It can be very cozy, and like you said, we see a lot of young black men that play the first person shooters, the third person shooters, a lot of the strategy war games. And I was talking to a friend of mine today. I had lunch with my friend DK today. He said, I told him I was talking to you later today. I told him that we're going to talk about, black men in cozy gaming. And he was like, "Isn't that just you?" I said, "No, there's at least two of us." So tell me about that. What for you? 'Cause I know you know other black men that are in the cozy game sphere. I'm just learning about some folks. Um, tell me a little bit more about what brought you to cozy gaming from the FPS.
Okay. So, what brought me to cozy gaming? Um, so I told you about my streaming venture around like when Battlefield came out 2014,
Yeah,
2015, 16, somewhere around there. You know, life gets in the way, or just like life is a lot. Like you're working, and you're like, you know what, maybe streaming isn't for me. So, like I'll just stream for fun, like here and there.
yeah,
Um, so then, I'm still continue playing my like Apex. At the time, I was playing Apex and Fortnite when it first came out,
yes,
and enjoying that. And then 2020 happened, lockdown,
yeah,
and my situation moved. Like I moved, so I couldn't work where I previously worked. As being an educator, so I had to pivot into streaming. I started streaming, Elder Scrolls Online. I love
yeah.
Elder Scrolls. I don't know if you love that franchise,
I
but
know, I know it. I have not jumped completely into it yet.
yeah. So I was playing that for a little bit. Um, and then out of nowhere, I had a forearm injury, like a forearm strain from just
Ooh,
playing too many games. And to this day, like I make sure every single day I stretch my biceps, my triceps. I'll get like a tennis ball, roll my muscles because I never want that to happen again. And I'll do
yeah,
specific forearm stretches. But I had a forearm, like strain, and it wouldn't go away. And I said, man, I can't play, like FPS games. I can't play Elder Scrolls. I can't play any game. Um, I wanted to stop playing like Apex and stuff because I don't want to be on stream being angry. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yes,
like it's fun, but like I'm not raging at anyone else, but I'm still to an extent, like just like putting me in a bad mood. Like I'm
yeah,
losing and I'm like, all right, like I need a balance, like I need a game that like I'm not gonna get like,
yes.
so I got a Switch and I remember playing Animal Crossing on the Wii. I'm pretty sure it was City Folk. I I'm totally honest, I don't remember anything from the game. I just know that I played it and I did like maybe I played it for like a week or so and I put it down.
Mhm.
And then I was like, "Oh snap! There's another one coming out on a Switch."
Yes,
I told you I left Nintendo. I didn't get the Wii U. I left Nintendo like halfway through the Wii. So I was like, you know what? I can use a controller because it doesn't hurt my forearm. So I'm
right.
like, okay, I can play this. Um, and I was like, Animal Crossing. I totally did not know anything that I was doing. My mods make fun of me because they were like, "Oh man, like Sensible's here digging ditches and holes on Animal Crossing, not like all day. Like I literally be there all day, like saying, "Oh, I want to do this. No, I want to do this, like fixing stuff." So like I just had no no creative thought. I thought I didn't have any creative thought or ability in my brain because I'd never been asked to do that. Besides like simple stuff as a kid, like coloring,
Yeah,
coloring. So I was like, okay, I'm going to play Animal Crossing, and I made it a point to say, I'm looking at people's builds. I can be just as creative as them to some
ooh,
extent.
yeah,
I don't
yes,
my designs don't it doesn't have to look like them. I say this for a lot of things. I don't want what other people want. I want the ability that what you can do, but for me. like what does that look like for me?
Okay.
Like
Give me more
like
examples. Give
how
me another kind of an example.
like an example. Okay. So, we can use like say for example you make an entire like jungle on like Pokemon Pokopia.
Okay.
I can see your creative vision. How can I max like I'm just using you as inspiration. Like I don't
Mm,
have to copy you. I don't have to build like you. Like some people might be like a clutter builder. I can't, I'm currently I don't want to say I can't. I'm currently still learning how to build with clutter. I can like my preference in building and decorating is non-clutter. So I'm going to maximize how I can decorate. Okay, I can do this room. I can do this room. I can do like, like say if I want to be like an artist, I can't draw. If I see someone doing like chibi art,
yes. Oh, dude, I want to
I
get.
like
Oh,
yeah, like I don't have to be a chibi artist, but your ability, like your focus, I can channel that within myself.
right.
So I'm not like jealous or anything. I'm looking at it and I'm saying like, okay, you do that, I can do that too. I don't want to. I'm not going to ever shut myself down and say I can't do that because I don't like saying
Ooh.
can't.
Yeah.
I have the ability to move forward. Um, I just don't know. That's what I try to use these days. I don't like saying things are hard. Personally,
Yeah.
it's just that I don't know how to do it. Like if I had the
That's a
time
good.
to learn how to do something,
That's a good point of view.
I would because like I try to be careful of what I say. It's like, man, this thing is hard. But I'll say like, okay, it's challenging. Things are challenging
Yeah.
for me. And
Yeah.
those are challenges that I can overcome. I replace hard with challenging. It's like, you know what? Decorating Animal Crossing is very challenging. People are making some gorgeous views.
Yeah.
I'm gonna overcome that challenge. I'm gonna no matter how it looks, no matter where I start at, I'm gonna put my mind to it, and I'm gonna be happy with my art creating in Animal Crossing. So that's what I mean by that.
It's
Um,
challenging because I don't know how.
I just don't know how to do it, and if I learn how to do it, it won't be
It's not
you know
challenging.
it's not challenging anymore. It can still be a challenge for you,
Yes.
but it's
Yes.
not something I'm like, oh man, like I'm not panicking in a game. I can have a general sense of like just doing something in this field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's
Okay.
how I hope I answered your question there.
No, no,
That's how
that
I got started with doing that.
yeah.
Just Animal Crossing was the game, and then Stardew Valley came right after. People were telling me that like you might like Stardew, and just decorating that game and any other game that I play, I say to myself, okay, challenge accepted. I want to decorate. I can do this.
Yeah. I wanted to like Stardew. I just couldn't. I think it's because of the art style of it. I'm not a pixel art guy.
Hmm.
I grew up with pixel art, and so now when you grow up with something, sometimes you move past it. You either love it or
Yeah.
you move past it. And I've moved past pixel art, and I like a little bit more line art or 3D style, a little bit more realistic style, more cartoony style.
Okay.
Um,
That makes sense. Yeah.
and for the longest time, I wasn't a Palia fan. Uh, it's a beautiful game, but I wasn't. And then I found Star Sand Island. Star Sand Island is pretty much Palia meets Stardew with
Hmm.
a Studio Ghibli style,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
somehow that I am enthralled with that game. It's so weird. But
I
yeah,
love Star Saying. Yeah.
oh man. Um, do you have anybody that? And maybe it's because we are generations apart.
Yeah.
We are generations apart. Maybe this is just me. Do you see many people that are shocked to see a guy playing fairly cozy games, uh, and secondly, a black man playing fairly cozy games?
Yes. Plenty of people. So I'm how you describe yourself, I would say I've had that thought, like I've kind of felt like I was an anomaly before
Yeah,
there are other creators that I've mentioned to you. Before I met them, I thought I was just like alone,
yeah.
like out here, playing these cozy
And
games.
you can shout them out here if you want. That's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Felix Wynn and Blue Satire, just to name two who are out there. Also, Calm Caleb. Three brothers who play cozy games, who love it, and who just who are just about it. Love those three brothers. By the way, shout out to all three of y'all. Love the content. Um, I lost my train of thought. Okay, wait. So what was your question again? You said,
Yeah, I was saying you were talking about how you thought you were also an anomaly at that point.
oh, an anomaly. Yeah, like I didn't, within the creative sphere, uh, you don't really see. I won't say you don't really see a lot of like black creators. Like we're here, but you have to look a little bit.
Yes,
You
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 don't
have to
see
find
them.
us.
It's not like we're not
Yeah,
here, but you don't see us.
yeah. Um, so like I was aware of that, and like I'm aware of it, and I said to myself that I'm gonna I'm gonna lock in on just creating this content, being me, being the man. Like I'm gonna take my blackness, what we
Yeah,
define as blackness. People have their own definitions, but what are the main things about my streams? I wear do rag every stream.
Captain
So
Durag.
Captain do rag. Yep. People come to my streams and it's like, wait, I see a black man wearing a do rag, you know, um, playing cozy games,
Playing Petite Planet.
j- j- Petite Planet being them, you know, and just being myself,
Yes.
and they're like that's very rare, Some women will even say there's some women who have said jokingly, they're like, you decorate well for like a man, I'm just laughing at that. you know, and I take it, and I'm like, I'll accept that, So like,
Yes.
I'm trying to, feel, I'm trying to put into the world that as a man, not just a man, specifically a black man, that we can decorate, we can be here. I can look like myself. I can talk with my slang. I can just be here and exist in this space, and still have a wonderful time. And
Absolutely.
we're just gonna have a great time. So that's like kind of how like I approach it. Just me being me. Like just my life is like now the life of stream.
Yes.
Like everything that I do, and yeah.
And you got, dude, this year, was it this year you got partner or late last year you got partner?
Um, late last year, the
Yeah.
the date, the exact date is escaping me, but late last year I got a partner. Yeah,
What was
been on here
that
for
journey
6 years.
like?
Okay,
Yeah, tell us about that, man.
so the partner journey.
Yes.
Of course, everyone wants to be partnered. You don't have that, that check. Um, I was a primarily Animal Crossing, Fall Guys, and Mario Kart streamer. That's all I played.
Hmm.
And Among Us had at some point, but that fell off. But Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, Fall Guys. And over 6 years, it took me 6 years to do that.
Mm.
It was, like you said, like there's some toxicity within chat. Like, there's many iterations of chat and like wanting to foster your community, like knowing things to say, what things to not say, things to be aware of, things like in life that are like pulling into chat as well. So I
Yes.
have to be aware of these things, finding people, like some of my best friends are online. Like my moderators are like my best friends in the world, every single one of them. Love my moderators. I have to having to find people to protect me, knowing my boundaries, and like what works for other people, doesn't work for me. Like some people can joke in this kind of way. Okay, maybe I don't like that kind of joke,
Right.
and just that wonderful experience of meeting various different folks in chat, knowing their lives. Like there are people who like I feel like I've known them, like I literally know you, like I've never met you. Just being a community member,
Yeah.
and just slowly over 6 years, I just kept growing and growing and growing, playing, games that are fun to me, that I enjoy, just having a blast. And it it kind of feels like unreal because I remember like when I first started, I was averaging, like everyone's average is different, like
Yeah.
just 10 viewers, and then now look at me, I'm averaging, however, I mean, like 60s, 70s, wherever
Yeah.
I'm at for the day, and eventually getting partnered. It's just like, man, like I really my birthday was 3 days ago.
Was it
And
really?
yeah, it was, yeah.
Happy
Um
birthday.
Thank you so much. I
Oh,
appreciate
hold
you.
on, hold on, hold on.
And
My digital assistant wanted to tell me about the weather. That's how I know what time it is.
she's like, okay, wait, hold on. The weather is raining. Okay, yeah, I know what time. Yeah. Um, but I mentioned my birthday because it was a kudo board, and my community member signed it, and they were telling me how much I impact their lives. And I remember, I don't think I fully answered it. Like, how am I incorporating wanting to help people into my content?
Yeah,
It's through making people laugh. Sometimes you laugh at me because I'm a silly dude.
yeah,
Sometimes you're laughing with me. I accept it. As being a creator, it is what it is.
yeah.
I'm a bit of a troll
Yes.
myself. So I want people to join my streams, and I want them to leave better. Even if it's slightly, then they got there. You can
Ooh,
laugh if
ooh,
you
he
want to just if you
said
want
it.
to alert.
He said it. Sorry.
Wait, what I say? What I say?
Dude,
Oh,
what we do on with Bad Gamer Elite streams and God Games and Geekery streams, we try to leave people better than we found them.
yes, yes, yes. Um,
That's my boy.
yes. Mm-hmm. So I love that, and also one of my mottos is I aspire to inspire.
Ooh,
So I want to be someone that people,
aspire to inspire.
yes, aspire to inspire. I want to be someone people will look up to and say, you know what, um, how you said, like, I'm an inspiration to you. You just being me. Like
Yeah,
you look at me and like like you enjoy my content. You inspire me too, by the way, just the things you do. I've never mentioned it, but like you're really really cool, and that's why like when I found your channel, I was like, yo, this
I'm
dude is
cool.
cool as hell. Like
I'm
I
cool.
was like, what? Yeah, when you said the Ringling Brothers, like I'm still like shocked about that. I'm like, yo, like, and I think it's funny in your bio you said like, yes, actually a Ringling Brother, because people may not believe because someone be like, man, he's actually he fooling. Who you fooling? It's like, no, actually, yes, no, for real. I think that's really cool, and like like your community, like the things that you do and how you interact. Like I remember going into your stream and you gave me a song. You found my channel. I think you raided into my channel. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna raid you back. I said, I gotta raid this brother back and I gotta show love. I try to always do that. I'm
Yes.
not always able to. And of course,
Right.
this is never obligated to raid back into someone's channel. Like, they share the community with me.
Yeah.
But I want to show everybody my community, like the people that I follow, the people that I watch. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I love this human being. Like this human being is mad cool. I want you to experience what I'm experiencing. So, when people follow like I think what is it? Kazoo? You play
I
kazoo?
play a banjolele, a kazoo, a harmonica, and a ukulele.
Mhm. Yeah, and I feel like you're doing those things on the spot, like just spur of the moment. Like you'll just
Yeah.
say, "Oh, Sensible's here," and like you'll make a song up on the spot, and you'll kind of
Yep.
like rhyme it and stuff. And then you even care so much that you'll say like, "Oh wait, hold on, I didn't do it right. I didn't do it. I'm not tuned right." Like, and you'll start over again. I noticed those things. Um, so like I pay attention to these things, and I appreciate these things. Um, but I know I did veer off a little bit, but but yeah, that's how I love approaching, content creating and like my community and like just having a wonderful hub for people to just be themselves, respectfully, of
Yes.
course.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Um and just having a fun time. And I tell my community I appreciate them every single day. Like I say all the time, like you're here, whether you're actively chatting, whether you're lurking, and you watch me, you're helping me make my dream a reality of me being a
Yeah.
content creator, and I appreciate it so much. And I only want to do more. I want to do more. I can be better. I can do better every single time. There's always room for improvement.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel that. What advice would you give to someone that they're not sure? Like they're like, what I'm doing now, I absolutely love. And when they're trying to determine, do they go for a partner or do they stay where they are? Like as you know, for example, let's say that for me, um, I have considered going for partner, but then I think it's not necessarily important for me to hit partner to continue to leave people better than I found them. And then I'm like, I look at, oh, my numbers are here. And then my numbers are here. Like they're high, they're low. But then, oh my gosh, I love my friends. One of my friends said to me, Lem, if your goal is to leave people better than you found them, it doesn't matter how many people are there, as long as the people that are there are left better than you found them.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
what do you say to people that have that struggle of, yes, I want to go to partner. No, I don't want to go to partner. Hey, I don't, that dichotomy of that situation.
Okay, so this is very interesting because everyone's situation is different. Someone who has 20 viewers might have a different point of view. Someone might have 40, might be like smack dab in the middle. Someone might have like 70, be like right there. Um I would say for me personally, I'll tell you my experience. I didn't I partner push, but I didn't want to do it. It took me until the last minute, like the very, very like last bit of like me averaging, and I was like, okay, I'll partner push to tell people to help me reach this goal,
Yeah.
to get over the hump. And of course, everyone feels differently, like I would say do what you think feels right. Just be properly prepared. If you're someone who thinks partner isn't, that important, don't go for it. I mean, not that important, but like, like if, like your vibe, you said like your experience is that you want people to just be happy, you know, partner might not be something because partner pushing is a lot. It's a lot of, stress on the mind, the
Yeah.
body, thoughts, and, support and whatnot.
Yep.
But if you feel confident enough and think that you can go for partner, I would say 100% go for partner. Just prepare yourself, plan ahead. You might do long streams. Just whatever that entails. Believe in yourself 100%. Don't short yourself.
Yeah.
Like make graphics. Like do whatever you need to do. Um, like I know some people have put. Like I've seen plenty of people do teams to partner push, entertain partner, and things like that.
Yeah.
So you can get creative with it. You can think outside of the box. You can like do whatever fits your mold, whatever fits your vibe. If
Yeah.
you want to wait a little bit more, like me, like I could have partner push way earlier than I did. And I had some friends like joke to me, and they were like, "You partner push for like 3 weeks, and then you a partner," because I had some friends tell me they were like, "Yo, you're the fastest partner pusher ever," because I had like met some of the requirements. I met more than half the requirements, and I was like, "Okay, I'll partner push." But I wanted to feel like it was something that I wanted to do.
Right.
And I didn't want it to feel like it was something that other people wanted me to do.
Right.
That's okay. That's a point right there. It's like, is it what you want to do?
Ooh.
If the answer is yes, go for it. Believe in yourself,
Yeah.
100%. Don't have any doubts. Whatever doubts you got in your mind, of course, they can be there. Try as much as we can, cast them away, and just go 100%. Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. Oh man. Okay. Since I don't want to take a lot of your time up, and we could just keep yapping. You got two
Oh yeah,
people
we
that are
can.
talkers.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything that we didn't talk about that you're like, man, I hope we get to talk about this?
hmm.
So one thing that you're like, man, I wish we would have talked about this.
I feel like there's more. Like
This,
I guess we could talk more about like the education. I feel like I could talk to you more about that and
yeah.
like how I interacted with my students. Um,
Okay. Well,
just
here's the
just the
thing.
more, yeah.
Here's the thing I'm gonna do. Because there's more that we want to talk about, I'm gonna have you back on.
Oh,
And
perfect,
and
perfect.
we are gonna talk about, I'm writing this down, education. When
Yes, education.
next time Sensible's on, y'all. When he's got his 1,000-person stream team going, and he might have a second for us. We're going to talk about education. I'm writing it down. Education and how do I want to put it? Edutainment. So how you do education while doing edutainment. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Edutainment. I love it.
yeah,
I love it. I love it.
because that's what you are. You have a great tone and a great speaking and a great, like, your presence is all edutainment, and I see that, I hear it, I feel it every time I'm in. Every time I'm in there. Oh
Thank
my
you. Thank you.
gosh! So tell everybody where they can find you. Where can they find you?
All right, everyone, you can find me at twitch.tv/sensible. It's literally spelled sensible like in a dictionary, but just replace the first E with an I. Sinsible. You can find me on Twitch there. You can find me Sensible on Twitter. Um, those are the main platforms that I use. But listen, I'm live Thursday uh through Sunday playing mostly cozy. I play mostly cozy games. Like these days I play Pocopia. Palia. I know you said you didn't really enjoy Palia,
Well,
but
I'm working on it.
working on it. And one thing, I played DDLV too, and went to Palia myself
Yes.
initially. And I think you would love it. I think you would love it. But and if you end up playing it or not, I just want you to at least try it because I think it would go really well with the community, and I love the aspects of the game. Um, be it Pocopia Palia, I like my main games. Or those are what I'm playing these days.
All right. Because since some of my friends are gonna be so mad at me because since said I need to play Palia, I will start Palia next week. And by the time you hear this, it will have already been passed. So,
And
so
I'll even spice it up. I'll be there for you if you need me. Listen, if you listen, any guidance, I'm sure your community will hold you down, of course,
oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
I will boot up and be like, for my guy BG, I'll be right there. Locked in.
All right, all right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I said it this twice today. I committed to something with Palia. I got to do it. I got to do it.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. Since thanks for being here, man. Oh, this is fantastic. Everybody, thank you for listening. If you want to find out more about what we do, you can find me at Bad Gamer Elite on Twitch, Bad Gamer Elite, pretty much everywhere. TikTok, I've been posting some of the Overwatch stuff. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. Bad Gamers Unite. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it. And as we say since, what were we talking about?